Welcome back to Hooked with Matthew. Today's episode, we're fishing this lovely lake here. So we're doing some fishing. So we're doing some, try to catch some bass and probably a carp on some worms on this lovely lake here. What I have heard, it's been doing pretty well. So this will be the first video with the new name change from Matthew's Fishing Adventures to Hooked with Matthew. So stay tuned for an awesome video that's coming up. So the rig, I'm going to rig up this rod and I'll show you guys the rig I'm using. So I've got a nice ultralight rod here, and I'm running with 6 pound leader. So I'm gonna chuck. So the rig I'm going to be using, guys, for the worms will be maybe just a dropper loop, or other words, a paternoster. So we're just gonna stop this rod like so, and then we will get to the sinker bit and hook. So what I'm gonna go do with this, guys, so this little sinker kit here I got off Temu, good old Temu. So I got size 3.5s, 5s, 7s, 10s and 14. So what we're going to do, we're going to go with a 5 gram sinker. So that's going to be just enough for it to, so I can cast it out and get the bait to the bottom. This lake is pretty well stocked. So there's been a fair few nice bass getting caught out of here. So how I'm going to do this, so watch this one carefully. I'm going to make a loop in the line, wrap it around a couple times, and then I'm going to make a little, basically, loop. So the loop basically goes back into the, so it should come out just like that, guys. And then I go get to the business end of it. So we're gonna put a hooks on. So we're gonna go with a size 4 hook, octopus hook. So this is just gonna go on here pretty much like so. And then, and for bait, we're using the janjuck worms. So some couple juicy worms in this. I can see some big wormies. So how we're gonna thread this on the hook, I'm just gonna go halfway between where it is, and then I'm gonna feed it on there a couple times like so. So that's gonna sit nicely. So we're gonna be casting out a touch like so. So we're just I'm gonna just hang out the rod like so, and then we will be chucking some lures also, guys. So the lures I will be throwing will be my personal ones I make. So I'm going to be using a couple of my little cranks I have. So I've got a nice pink with gold. I've got a nice little blue with red hooks. And then I've got this cool one here. And then I've got a pink one also. So the one I'm going to definitely chuck on will be this one firstly. So if you do want to order these guys, I will leave the link in the description below where you can get them, and they are about $9. So, and all the money that I get from making these lures basically goes back into this channel to make better content. So let's get into this fishing. So just hooked up one on my lures that I make, a nice 23 centimeter bass. So time to send him on his way, and he's off. Come on. Hello, friend. Oh! I'm gonna fish on, guys. On the worm. Got a fish on. Wonder what it is. Find them pretty good. Nice. Got a nice little basso on the worm. Oop. There we go. There we are. Nice little bass. Time to get a shot of him. And send him on his way. Boom. Okay guys, that concludes this episode on Hooked with Matthew. Like you can see, I've got the sun setting at the moment. Beautiful sunset. It's meant to be nice and warm tomorrow again. Got one of the rods out still with the corn. Was pretty slow today. Did end up hooking one bass and did hook a decent sized carp that ended up running me into the snag over here. There was a tree, he ran straight into that, and yeah, that carp was at least over 80 centimeters. Big carp it was, good fight, put him in a good fight for a while. Can't complain with a beautiful day out. So if you guys did like the video, make sure you do smash that like button, subscribe and share, and I'll see you guys on the next adventure with Hooked On with Matthew. Peace out for now.